Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, this is my tier list of the best to worst Bedwars items in Minecraft. And let's get right into it. So, to start off, we have a diamond sword. It's like very situational, you know? Like, I wouldn't get this if I still had a bed. I would only get this if I had some extra emeralds. So, I'm gonna have to give this like a C, you know. Next up, we have Shears. So, like, it's not an essential buy, so it's not a bad item. I'll give it B tier. Really not bad. Next up, we have the pickaxe, right? The wooden pickaxe, okay? The wooden pickaxe is A tier, right? Great thing, right? 10 iron, very cheap. Next up, we have the iron pickaxe and, like, the upgraded versions. All the upgraded versions, except for the diamond one, are completely useless, right? So, like, the iron pickaxe and the gold pickaxe, they all are just F. There's just no reason to get them, okay? If you either get a wooden pickaxe or if they have obsidian, then you get a diamond. But you never get an iron or a gold. That's just dumb. But then this goes up to B tier. Only because, yes, it's a good pickaxe, right? But on one hand, it's pretty expensive. Like, it's like 9 iron and no, it's like 20 iron and 9 gold just to upgrade a normal pickaxe all the way up to that. And it's only really like, you would only really get it if they had an obby. Also, guys, I just want you to know this is in no particular order. So I'm not like, just because like this one's in front of this one, that doesn't mean that the iron pick is better than the gold pick. This, like, it really doesn't matter. I'm just putting them in whichever category I think. These aren't in any specific order though. Next up, we have the wooden axe. This is probably going to be with the wooden pickaxe. They're pretty much essential if you want to win a game of Bedwars. But like, again, these other versions, they're really just not good. Unless, yeah, no, diamond axe also is just horrible. The only way you would get this is if your bed's gone and you just have like extra resources, so you just max out tools for when you get a bed. Then that's the only thing I can think of where you would need this. And just because of that reason, it would actually probably be D tier instead. Next up, we have wool. Do I even have to explain it? Like, I don't even think I need to say anything for that one. Next up, we have arrows, which obviously are only good with a bow. So the arrow is like a little bit weird for me because like the arrow is it's pretty pricey, you know. It's eight arrows for 2 gold. So that means like if you want a stack, you're spending like 16 gold just on a stack of arrows. And since it's like a really valuable thing, considering like, well, you're on islands that are in the middle of the sky, so knocking them off is really useful. So considering how much you would use the bow if you do get one, it's like you go through those arrows pretty quick, considering it's 16 gold for a stack. So, like, it's still necessary. I'm just saying, if it was better priced, I feel like it could be like an S tier type of thing. But it's like a B tier. The bow, it's like same with the arrow, you know? Like, you only need the arrows if you have a bow, and you only need a bow if you have arrows, really. It's not really essential, you know? Like, I feel like wool, you can't go a game without buying it unless you're doing a challenge, which my last video. But anyway, yeah, I feel like the bow is a pretty good weapon. The power bow is probably also B tier, but it's like a little bit more than the normal bow, so it's not enough to be an A tier. It's not like amazing. Next up is the punch bow. So this is pretty pricey. You need at least to get 2 round of emeralds to be able to afford this. It's same price as diamond armor. It's really good. You can get like half their health done before you even touch them with your sword. So it's pretty broken. Next up, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be speed, right? And then this is jump and invis. So let's say this is speed, okay? So speed is pretty good. I'll give it B tier. No, actually, I'll give it A tier. And then invis, I'll give S tier. Jump, I'll give A tier. Out of these two, I feel like jump's a little more versatile. And next up, we have a golden apple. Like, do I have to explain it? It's like the only healing that you can possibly get besides just natural healing, which is like every 4 seconds you go up like half a heart. Next up is bedbug. I don't think I've ever bought a bedbug in my life. Okay, it's like, what's the point? I'm putting it in the category because there's why? Just why? Iron golem, insanely expensive. I would rather just get like 8 fireballs. Okay, I or blocks or ladders. I never get this, so I'd probably put it in D. It's really good, but I just never get it. Clay. Now the thing about clay, like in most defenses, you use like 3 things only sometimes, right? You would use wool, endstone, wood, and that's pretty much it. The only other thing, which is like for some, not all defenses, but for some they use it, is like a water bucket and glass. But clay, I can't think of a single defense that I have ever heard of that uses clay. This is gonna go into category for me. There's no reason to use it. Like absolutely no reason. Next up we have a fireball. This is a really, really, really good weapon. I feel like this is so good that it deserves S tier. Okay? And I feel like nobody's gonna argue with me on that. That's like am I really wrong? Like, next up we have the TNT. The TNT is like really good, so I would probably put the TNT in it's like on the same level with golden apples, wool. It's S tier, guys. It's S tier. Ender pearl, A tier. Okay, it's really, really, really good, but the reason I'm putting it on A tier is because I am not very good at pearl clutching. I'm going to be honest with you. So, just for that reason, A tier. It's a really good weapon, though. Or not weapon. It's a really good item, though. And it could go in S tier. It's just I'm bad with it, so A tier. Next up, we have the water bucket. It's like 3 gold or something. Maybe 4. I don't really get it, so I don't know. But it's probably like just as good as a diamond sword. And the reason that, like, yeah, it's situational, right? Like, I would use it sometimes in my defenses. Next up, we have bridge eggs. So the thing about bridge eggs is they're, like, pretty cheap. They do cost an emerald, but that's just it. 1 emerald. But for what they do, I feel like it's a pretty bad price, and they're just, like, not worth it. No, just no. I just don't spend your emeralds on that. Next up, we have magic milk. This is a pretty good thing. Like, it's very useful for when you, like, need to go invis, you need to go into someone's base. I would give it B tier. It's pretty good. Next up, we have the sponge, which I know what it is, and I guess it serves a purpose, but I have never seen a player use this for the intended purpose. Never in person have I seen a player go up to a waterbed defense and place a sponge. So it just no. It's bad. Alright guys, just don't get it. Next up we have the pop-up tower. Pop-up tower is probably my friend loves to do it as like a meme. You guys know Jordan. You know the cow. He loves to do it. He loves his pop-up towers. So just for his respect of it, I'll give it C tier. Okay? Just because of how much he respects it. But if we're being honest, it kind of does belong in F tier. But it has its uses, honestly. So, okay, you know what? I'll put it in D tier. Because I feel like, D tier, I'm happy with D tier. Because it's bad, but it's not, like, as bad as, like, a stone axe, you know? Next up, we have the knockback stick. And the knockback stick, I don't buy the knockback stick. It's pretty bad. I'm putting it in D tier. Like it's good actually. It's okay. If you know how to use it. But I just don't buy it for 10. Is it 10 gold? Here, wait. Give me a second. Okay, never mind. I thought it was 10 gold. For 5 gold, I would probably have to put it here. because I swear it used to be 10 gold, huh? Interesting. Next up, we have the tracker. I think this is. I'm pretty sure this is a tracker. Okay. Well, the tracker it's only good when they're the last people left and you need to track them down. Make sure you know where they are. Just go finish them off. Because sometimes the map's too big to find them, you know? So I would put this in B tier. Pretty not bad. I use it pretty often. Next up we have glass, which is like a glass is hard. Glass is like a C tier type of thing. It's not bad at all, but it's kind of expensive. Next up we have iron armor, which is without a doubt an S tier item. Every single game I have ever played, I'm pretty sure I got iron armor, unless I got eliminated too early on. But if I had 12 gold, I'm pretty sure I bought iron armor. I'm pretty sure. Next up we have chainmail. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I bought chainmail. Like, I've never bought chainmail in my life. For 40 iron, just get a fireball. No. Just no. Why? Just no. Next up we have diamond armor, which is pretty expensive. It's 6 emeralds. But so if I get 2 rounds of emeralds and I have 8 emeralds in my inventory and I don't have a bed, then I'll probably get diamond armor. Either way, it's pretty good. I'll put it in B tier. Not bad. Next up we have end stones. So end stone's pretty good. Like in like almost all the games you'll ever play in Bedwars, you'll see at least one person defending their bed with end stone. I'll put this with A tier. Yeah, it's pretty good. Next up we have ladders. So I put ladders in more recently I've become a ladder player and I've started using them to clutch, and just because of that, I'll have to put it in A tier. Next up we have wood. Like same thing as end stone. Really good, really popular. Next up we have obby. Now, I know it's like really annoying when someone gets obby, but it's also really annoying when someone gets a bow. So A tier. Next up we have a stone sword. A tier. Alright, I get it pretty much every game. Every single game I aim to get like at least like 26 iron and 4 gold at least, so then I can afford a stone sword, 1 set of ladders, and 48 blocks, sorry. And then with the 4 gold, get a TNT. It's an easy rush, easy setup. That is my go-to setup in Bedwars right now. Next up, we have the iron sword. I only really get, like, this is something you would get when your bed's gone, you know? Like, I have a stone sword in my inventory, bed's gone, so then I would upgrade to an iron sword, maybe get some gaps, and yeah, that's just how it is. So I would put this in B tier. Not bad, really not bad at all. Great weapon, and yeah, really great. I wouldn't actually, no, you know what? I'll put it in A tier. It's really great. And that wraps up my tier list. Now, this is in no specific order, as I said earlier. So just because the wooden pickaxe is the first one here doesn't mean that it's better than a pearl or an iron sword or a punch bow or obsidian. This is in any order, right? It really doesn't matter. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys don't hate me. I hope it wasn't very controversial. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.